TV, voice of the voices.
Track commission.
Yeah.
I think
Obi sent a message said she doesn't know why they haven't sacked the woman. They haven't sacked her, but they will sack her. Why? Don't worry.
So of course, they kind of men cast. I mention what here for. Now, men say all these things are happening because we live in a country where people don't take responsibility for their actions. Because in any serious democratic dispensation, these jokers sitting at electoral commission will not be parading themselves, masquerading around the streets of this country, calling themselves commissioners. Because for me, all of them have crossed their Rubicon. Rubicon also you cross.
You will tree speaking.
They say cross Rubicon. There is no way over back. So they are done. Their positions have become untenable.
I see.
And because those of incompetence as a display Kroma and Ghana for na democracy are mature to a certain level. I'm telling you, Ghana and Sudan can no difference be any. Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire are na omuku difference be any. But Ghana for na etoda, despite the political differences in Nasefo, we still value Yankasa Yahon Kwanya Faso Nema. Is the reason why we are here.
Yeah.
Electoral commission near my oil. You see, people are talking about rerun. People are talking about polling station, recount, and then as for the major part of it, where the electoral commission will take responsibility for what they have done. No, because said enough, Mr. Stacey, can so go back to 2020 elections. Go and look at series of mistakes. Basic mistake. Electoral commissioners. They never, nobody penalized them for any of them. Fast forward 2024 elections. You declare election, we know electoral commission across the ballot box about now the soldier for Kucha declare. So there were sheer contradictions for almost all the declaration of Moye at the constituency, which the law says must be done and declared at the constituency. No? The electoral commission came to Accra, violated the laws of electoral process, then redeclared different people as at the time, I was suspecting that somebody would challenge the competence of these jokers sitting there as commissioners. But nobody questioned, you understand? The last time I catch Donald Trump, Abra and Kobiwa Kokuna assassination, the head of Secret Service, Kimberly Chittle, not only be close to baby, I didn't know it happened yet, but because the ultimate responsibility rested with the head, she appeared before Senate. And to the extent the woman had no other option than to tender in her resignation to the president or resign. That is where people take ultimate responsibility. We sat in this country, this Mensah woman, through a letter, it could try a significant part of voter region from a constituency. These people sat there for 4 good years without a representation. And settled this particular injustice that was done. For 4 good years. They got away with it, and for the political class, it was normal because at the time, a favor man for and the electoral commission, Bossman Asare Kwatina Parliament, catching we are seeing they had 3 areas. Omukwako Kanto left your declare results. Don't forget the results had already been declared. And the electoral commission now and the same commission is catching say run our 12 polling 19 polling stations. Are these people not jokers? Are these people not jokers? And these jokers should not be given power to be toying with state institutions like the electoral commission. Because my culture says, you see, when you look around Africa, there are a lot of graveyards all because of electoral violence and electoral misunderstanding arising from some of these, your friend is saying, basic errors commissions and institutions. We've seen belligerence, intransigence on the part of the electoral commissioner. The ordinary people, actors, the stakeholders, like the NDC, NPP, are all critical stakeholders in our electoral enterprise. They've been a series of engagement. They never listen. I know the day they are electoral commission say or run. But the most important question, and I had the Mr. Bisa is electoral commission, my electoral commission who can say Yakoto Abana say your friend say you who pink sheet. Electoral commissioner to me declares I may run. There is no law. So electoral commission na wabu mraso obia yi na nima na ogu mraso no is the same arena enomonam, and consistently they are trampling on the laws of the land with impunity. They don't respect anybody, because some of these things could have been resolved through an IPAC engagement with the stakeholders. NDC, NPP, they are the critical stakeholders, or more be at hand. And any other IPAC buy, so whatever it is, you engage these critical stakeholders and explain to them, say, because of A, B, C, D, this is that decision that we've taken as a commission. Monsono, your input, you understand? But you bypass these institutions, then you flout the law with impunity. At the end of the day, do you want people to take you serious? So for me, I think that, you see, we are here because the Electoral Commission is so incompetent, and the remnant of Akufo-Addo Nneema, we begin to ask ourselves, how on earth Kwan Ben as Uncle for some commissioners? Because, come on, Mensah Nneema was from day one, clearly shows she's an incompetent person. Bossman Asare and people are even calling for their head. And for me, I think that, you see, there are thousands of reasons I will be immediate general petition for the removal of these jokers parading themselves as easy, because continuously, they are not only endangering our democracy, but the young kasa, people, our lives are on the line. Because in the days ahead, they might be taking decisions at the day in the Ghana before boom, and we must not sit down and watch some of these things. For instance, that's already a voter regions are no free. If that's around a panel be say Bantuma Kumase, you 12 free moment to about for 4 good years. I do think people have peace in this country. No. And if these people have declared a tendency to do that nonsense at the place, then the probability that they can replicate same somewhere is high. I think we must begin to call the heads of these jokers and push them out of the Electoral Commission. I am not saying this because government has changed, because these people have displayed incompetence. And for me, that is enough reason. Baby, I'm more declare say young quiet rerun. The question is, pick a button I got to pink sheet no one. Sa pink sheet no yamma no more command. Again, papa no more command. But the Electoral Commission, yamma, all the resources in the country to conduct the election, cannot tell us the whereabouts of pink sheet, which is the essential document. The question is, what is your competence? And it's the same as the Donald Trump situation, and the woman should resign. The Electoral Commission cannot tell us, you pink sheet, and that should be the reason why I quiet elections. Election, who is going to finance it?
But beyond the Electoral Commission, and this NPP position, could take it some of the Jashin court. So is it the right call?
Oh yes, maybe NPP are definitely that is what I do, because the question is, you act the legal basis for the rerun. You what I say? Yeah. The legal basis for the rerun, because say court and a more home just to ensure you declare way. So based on what, because you see, other way are very dangerous to the sense that allow Electoral Commission to do this rerun. Do you know what is going to happen in the future? A constituency a political party be presidential election will win convincingly. Electoral Commission will catch us a pink seat and that area and the whole region may have impact on the offense and the electoral prospect. So some of these things are you magnify it as a reasonable, sensible person to put a perspective on it. And 19 constituencies or China, a bit the whole region, because ultimately you have presidential election, Electoral Commission Ashanti region, the whole Ashanti region, pink sheet will you be happy in this country? So I don't know more, very dangerous. It's the reason why I support this particular court action. But you see, whether it will hold or not, and that is another thing, because almost they are performing a constitutional duty, and a recent ruling so person will stop a constitutional process that is emotional. You need a very reasonable justification to prove that indeed, when the thing is done, it will cause an irreparable damage. So I think we'll leave that to the court to decide. But for me, I think that my focus is on the Electoral Commission. JB, you and I, we said they are incompetent bunch of individuals. It has nothing to do with the NDC, NPP. These people, they will endanger the prospect of this country. And West, Bossman Asare, Obiena, no free university, but people thought he was bringing on board some ingenuity and wisdom. Okasa said, "Bibi, you know how I went to see as Okwana school."
Oh, how?
Oh, and I went to several times. NDC MPP are critical state.
Yeah, you even school there to say.
Oh, I said American to all the concha, but I say, Okasa boom 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 boom. But this is a person who is supposed to be an intellectual. Okasa nyansa be him. And sa attitude you post, you know, and I say much of my attitude, you know, that electoral commission, Kasa boom 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 nyansa be him. You see, so yeah, they will be too for you need to listen because electoral commission shows that they were going this ballistic and people started cautioning them. Say, here we are today. NDC na majority of the seat, and they decided to let some of the seats go. I'm telling you, sir, Obuase, Techiman, Bobo, Tema West, then as a forum, and even that
is it
Tema West, Baby Bright,
yes,
yes, and for me,
can create North,
Baba Sadiq, yes, and for me, I am very disappointed. The fact that we're winning more seats, you know, doesn't mean that we should let some of these things go because and electoral commission files were already declared election, you know, were illegal, violating laws. But because I've gotten enough seats, or China or the Bedu or the Diwa, there will be precedent to make reference to. You understand? So me, we need to be very serious and very frontal. Now you're making sure, say, the electoral commission, you know, are more demonstrating nothing but incompetence. They have demonstrated, said they are insincere. You cannot rely on them, and state institution cannot be changing position in a space of months. You understand? And for me, that should be the concern. On the side of the MPP, for now, who's the MPP? Boom, electoral commission, electoral. We say, hey, 8 good years. Now, much Attorney General who defended the electoral commission both on radio and TV, and you're complaining about the electoral commission for what? That is the insincerity on the part of these individuals. So some of us, our position have always been consistent. Say the Mensah Bossman they have no knowledge about electoral process and as a forum. Patapani gidi gidi. And until they adopted those aggressive posture na Okanyans asem chiro mo muntie no. Because the people they were dealing with. The NDC MPP, Mark Menu, I said, these people have been part of the electoral process since 1992. Yes, you understand? So these are individuals, you can just trash their opinion just like that. You are the learner. Where is he boss? But you are the one learning the process because these are institutions sitting in. So you collaborate with them. Baby and Nema want just to. Your friends over to me, but you 2020 elections, 2024 elections, Ghana force you continue so because 2024 elections, you know, Sunday night, you're sorry, you're not tension, cookie ukroma say no. Say never umian dimrika jitum say where. I'm telling you, sir, and can send me besi ukroma na nya the ketwa because na electoral commission emfa your friends are two your friends are figures crambo more baby. They were sitting at their office. Your friends are throwing funny justifications. Oko polling station, political party for BCT, you know, you have access to figures. What nonsense! But we bought these things in this country. You understand? So for me, I think the time has come. The Chief Justice issue no koda. We should not stop saying Chief Justice issue, but you know, we should forget the Electoral Commission. No. Every single state institution that has demonstrated incompetence is the reason why we voted Akufo-Addo government out because the guy just decided to staff state institutions with individuals or more some alliances and allegiance to him. For me, this is a time, an opportunity for us to, you know, sanitize these state institutions and ensure state institutions will once again become very effective, reliable, and Ghanaians can go to sleep when we are having an election, but not be putting these jokers in the sensitive position and be fooling around in the name of exercising constitutional duty.
Well, Ivan, innocent, you say Bossman Asare or Kasati Sobi or call evening school and Aju school. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, you call Aju school, yeah, that's it.
We side with the NPP. We side with the NPP. And this was your flyer and saying an here. Ubeka say, hey, Kevin Taylor today is siding with the NPP. You support the NPP. NPP for say, eye Ablekuma North. Eye elections na, eye electoral commission say, omoba beyen biom in some constituencies, NPP for say, enya dia, omo support it, omo pene. Court. Now, this is the candidate NPP for Edenebawa Ablekuma. Easy for some rerun. Now, the reason why I support the NPP on this is that the NPP almost every right to say the EC, you know, The EC does not have the right to rerun the elections. In fact, per the laws, no, so kind rana, I will say EC, a court in Kwa, and a high court in Kwa, and a bit to me, I'm a sad directive, no, and a direction say, Yanko near EC, enko rerunning election. EC in Kwan to mean sorry, and free demo Bekase. Ghana, Ablekuma North, election organized here. No, in fact, you have problems binti adiachi in the next 2 days, 10 days. No, yes, elections. No, I don't agree with the EC, and I support the NPP 100%. I support them because they also took part in the elections. We need to listen to them, and at the end of the day, they have all the right to demand answers. They have all the right to make sure, because to them, they believe it's almost winning elections, you know. And to the NDC to believe it's almost winning elections, you know. And as we speak now, no, when the NPP says election, no, almost winning na EC entumi constituencies be say omunkoto aba na yasan kind of for no omuntiase, and I support it because in principle no it is right, because near Tiana EC ba parliament beka kire Ghana for say Ablekuma enya de omobeye rerun bia if we say it will go against idea democracy. Bossman Asare na better parliament kachre enti from the EC's own mouth, no, rerun isn't part of the issue. The whole thing that we were waiting for the EC to announce the result. In fact, when the EC came to parliament, Ghana for say they only need police protection. When they get the police protection, they can announce the results. They don't care the intimidation. When say Ghana Police Service and more security now. So I don't know how. The EC about Tabaka said no. Constituencies be omuni NPP ni NDC akasa. NPP for say omuni dinkomo biya. NPP for say omuni EC any meeting biya. Until they are not going to adhere to those things EC is saying, and that they are going to instruct their lawyers to go to court and challenge the decision of the EC. And I support that 100%. In fact, this is the General Secretary of the NPP, Bumi Ntieno.
If there are 3 outstanding coalitions that are yet to be done, only 2 are found in the 19 polling stations that the Electoral Commission has presented to us. Leaving Glory Land Hotel Odoko 1A. So what we want to ask the Electoral Commission is that when was the collation for Glory Land Hotel Odoko done? That's the question. That's the question to Madam Jane Mensah and the commissioners. That we want to find out from you. Where is Glory Land Hotel Odoko 1A? With the polling station code C1612058. Because NDC, NPP, we all know, even the Electoral Commission, your presiding officers, your returning officers, they know that we have not collated the results in that polling station. So how come it is not part of the 19 polling stations? That's why I said, if you want to lie, you'll be exposed.
That's all right, and I support Pentium 2. For the first time, I support the General Secretary of the NPP. Omobusa a simple question, say, Electoral Commission, Glory Land Hotel, Odoko, I know that place. Eye 1A, sa eye police station, coalition mo yen wing. So the NPP, they have all the right to go to court. And nobody can intimidate the NPP and say Adentina Moko court. They have the right. And from the General Secretary's statement, they have factual, they have questions demanding for their reasonable answers. Because the EC cannot just tell them, say, I more NPP for Monsolimra na no, it doesn't work like that. This is a political party, and we hear answers. They also invested in the elections. In fact, they are the second biggest political party in Ghana. They were just in power. Free power. Until we cannot just say free power until the Mensah Electoral Commission will have to just come out with any result and say running. So I support the General Secretary of the NPP. In fact, our minority leader Kramponu spoke on this matter. This is the minority leader.
Member of this house filed an urgent question, which question compelled the EC to come here. A lot of supplementary questions were asked. The deputy chair, Dr. Bossman, sitting in for his boss, told us that all they need is security to enable them finish the 3 polling stations. I ask a question: what has changed? Mr. Speaker, we should be careful as a democracy how we are managing this democracy. Mr. Speaker, today we have a member in this chamber from Domikwabenya, because when it was left with some few polling stations, EC relied on tally cards. Aden Michael Kwe Jr. onu di onye nipa onye Ghanini. Michael Kwe Jr. protested, but he did not protest with violence. He did not carry his constituent to the EC Collation Center. He expressed his disagreement in a civil way. Today, we have our colleague Akurugu in with us because EC used tally cards to complete the collation process. And when it is clear that the EC was on course to complete this process, we are being told today that there's going to be rerun of some constituencies. It is unfair, it is unjust. Is it the case, and I don't want to believe that that is the case, that the recent public comment by some senior politicians is what is compelling EC perhaps to secure their job? They want to succumb to the whims and caprices of certain extremists or certain hardliners. It is not fair. Maybe today this thing is helping some other people. Tomorrow it may be their turn. Mr. Speaker, with all of this said, I would humbly plead with my colleague opposite me to program the EC. We just received Prime Minister Modi talking about our strides in democracy. Let us not wish them away. In the sub-region, many countries wish they were Ghana. They are not Ghana because they took the institutions for granted, and today they are paying dearly for it. Let's not say to ourselves, had I known. EC must come here and brief us why, in spite of their being unequivocal, they have now changed course.
So this is the minority leader, Kasongo 99, Afenyomakin. Onoswa Kasa. Osia. The question the omontiase. Democracy in your practice. Onu ne jiremuma NPP 88 of parliament. The EC and NCHA. Aya then na organize elections. Na some places to crown pa you expect to say ubetimi de wankasa wonkofo akwa kenkan eye de abano de obi anya ye no sebio nkrata bi so kura na otrochro de be kire Ghana fo abra adanse kura mponi wo say sa numbers na wo de kire Ghana fo ne NPP fo ne NDC fo no sebio enkire say ekokrata mu okasa no say Ghana fa wudie no ehia enti eni say sebio omo NPP fo kasa say nyoma nkoye a awose agye oma no sibone na sebi omo te Ghana no isi no eba parliament be ka kire omo say eye abana sebi eto no eye Ablekuma North no abane de omo hia police protection pe na omo abobo aba no eye den na de kyen ya sebi o isi asa betena ho ka say eye abano awose asa akoto no foforo ewo sebi o impeso bi so now okasa no osi eye afenyoma kene kasa no osi eye electoral commission for ana nipa bi nsem ye omoka se omodwuma omoye no enso eni no e wo se sesa omo no eno na ahye omosoma ende omutu anamon we ana on a normal day anka nsema NPP ka general secretary ne ka afenyoma kenka on a normal day anka a normal people speak na anka betiasie. But when the same animals, the same fools, some kwasiafu from NPP4, when these same people at the end of the day decided to protect an electoral commission or electoral commissioner who wasn't consistent in her delivery or in their delivery, these same animals, they defended J. Mensah. Now, say I see it in TV, so can say the electoral commission leadership, they need to be sacked. Because I said in Ketia wasn't speaking the truth. Afenyo Markin and the General Secretary of the NPP, they were justifying what Asiedi Ketia said last week, that the EC is not consistent. The EC cannot do its job. The EC cannot be trusted. Asiedi Ketia make a statement, or Ghana for the reason why he believes, as an individual and a chairman of the NPP, NDC, they should sack the EC bosses. If we say the EC bosses who are not consistent, are dangerous to our democracy. This is the same electoral commissioner. Election 2020, or my results bear 7. The same electoral commission, led by Bossman, led by Jane Mensah, and that TWEP, that is part of them. This is the same electoral commissioner. Omoba Parliament, say they are going to announce the results. They need the IGP to just give them men. This is an electoral commission leadership who are liars, who are thieves. I support the NPP. They are justifying the reason why we don't need J. Mensah and Bossman Asare at the electoral commission. I support the NPP for every single thing they have said. It shows clearly say the EC they lie. It shows clearly say the EC cannot be trusted. It shows clearly say the EC is not consistent. It shows clearly say there is some deficiency in the leadership of the Electoral Commission. The NPP, as the biggest opposition, they have raised red flag about the competence of Jane Mensah and her subordinates. I am not the one saying. In fact, the NPP today, they have basically confirmed as say we need to sack the electoral commissioner. We need to sack the electoral commissioner and her deputies, because if we don't, the next elections, they will bring this country down. We were waiting for a political party to come out and confirm what Asiedi Ketia said. We were waiting for a political party to come out and tell the world to say J. Mensah is a liar, Bossman is a liar. Whatever they came to say in parliament was a lie. And today, the NPP, they have justified that. They have made Ghanaians know, say, J. Mensah needs to go. Bossman needs to go. The other executives of more electoral commission, they need to be sacked, because we can't have an electoral commission that comes to parliament to lie to parliament. We can't have an electoral commissioner who comes to parliament and lies to parliament and goes out there to do a different thing. In fact, the law says that if you want to rerun an election, it is only the court that can give you that permission to do that. The Electoral Commission is breaking the law. So why is the Electoral Commission saying that we have to go and do a rerun when they know, say, Emra? So the NPP is right. NPP for the Omokan, and then it is right. Jane Mensah and the Electoral Commission are wrong. We need to make sure we get rid of them. We need to sack them. The NPP, because I don't believe, say, or I don't think, say, Afenyo Markin tomorrow will come and tell me, say, upon all the things he's telling me, upon all the things the General Secretary of the NPP, they are telling Ghanaians, they will suggest that the EC boss and his deputies should continue, because they have already told us that they are incompetent. The NPP, they have told us that what Asiedi Ketia was saying, that they were criticizing, they now know that Asiedi Ketia is a prophet. It's a slim mosquito who is a prophet. And that the slim prophet, his words have come to pass. So the NPP today, yes in our politics. Now NPP for actually Judas no. First Asiedi Ketia ka so kan okre. Asiedi Ketia na Yesu ama. Asiedi Ketia hu hwe do akoka. And omwanga so mo Judas no na aba be ka kire say Omo Jumadia is needy. Sa Jumadi no mudi no emfa kwam. Na say NPP are the biggest opposition party in Ghana. Catch say J. Mensah and Bossman are liars, and that they don't speak truth. They came to even lie to parliament, and that they want to abuse their officer. Why should we as Ghanaians entertain J. Mensah, Bossman at the EC? Actually, Jimmy. So this is a vote of no confidence. They are basically telling Ghana for say the EC cannot be trusted. We need to sack the EC. Today, as some are saying, the NPP as a political party, they have confirmed it. So nobody should go sit on any TV or radio, because the two political parties, technically, they have confirmed that they cannot work with the EC boss and head deputies. So why are we keeping Jane Mensah in office? Why haven't we petitioned the president to make sure Jane Mensah is sacked from the office? The NPP have told us Jane Mensah and Bossman are liars. That is why the minority leader Kasongo is telling them to come back again to parliament to tell us, because they don't believe what they said in the first place. We cannot live with an EC that is full of liars, thieves, inconsistent braggarts. We cannot allow such fools to be leading our elections. Today, the NPP, they have confirmed that the EC has been lying to us. And an entity like the EC, we cannot allow liars to lead it. Jane Mensah, Bossman, and the rest of the leadership of the EC, today we all have to come together and make sure they are kicked out. I am not the one saying, the NPP are the ones saying it. Tomorrow, I don't want any foolish NPP person to come and sit on TV and say, Jane Mensah has done nothing. Because the party has come out today to have a press conference to tell us that Jane Mensah is a liar. I didn't say it. This is the NPP.
Ran the election in 19 polling stations. The EC gave the following justification. I quote, "The commission arrived at the decision to rerun the election in the underlisted polling stations because the 19 scanned polling station results used for the coalition, though approved by agents of both political parties, were not verified by the presiding officers responsible for those polling stations," unquote. Ladies and gentlemen, let it be on record that at the meeting with the Electoral Commission on 1st July, our representatives, the persons of Evans Nimakun, our Director of Research and Elections, and Ebenezer Nati, Honorable Ebenezer Nati, former Member of Parliament for Abdulkumar Central, representing our party, vehemently oppose the position of the Electoral Commission. So it cannot be that after extensive discussion, the EC painting the picture as if the parties there agreed to their roadmap. We ran the election in 19 polling stations. The EC
so
gave the
MPP for catch EC for can correct. Bossman is a liar. Jane Mensah is a liar. They cannot trust them. The NDC too have told us the EC is inconsistent. We cannot trust them. They cannot organize any effective elections. So what are we doing now? They need to go. They need to be sacked. We need to get rid of them and get some competent people to lead the Electoral Commission. The NPP today are telling us, are confirming what Asiedu Ketia said, that the Electoral Commissioners are criminals. They are liars. Today, Alfred Nyomakin is demanding that Bossman Asare, who came to just speak on the Ablekuma North election results, lied to them. He's telling us that Bossman needs to come back and explain himself, because the last time Bossman came to Parliament, he lied. The NPP are in support of Asiedu Ketia. NPP 4 almost supported Asiedu Ketia's statement. Say, EC boss and the deputies and we all support the NPP and Asiedu Ketia. So right now, the conversation basically has ended. The EC bosses, Jane Mensah, Bossman, and the leadership, NPP say you are liars. NDC say you are liars. NPP say you are inconsistent. NDC say you are inconsistent. NPP 4 say the coalition, you did not even follow due process. The NDC are saying same. NPP doesn't trust you. NDC doesn't also trust you. We cannot trust you as Ghanaians. And we will not allow anybody from the NPP or NDC to lie to us that you people are competent enough to stay in that office. The EC leadership, they have to go. The NPP today, they have confirmed what Asiedu Ketia said. They support Asiedu Ketia's decision. They support Asiedu Ketia's observation. We also support the decision from the NPP. Jane Mensah, Bossman Asare, it is finished. They need to be sacked.
K-Bar TV, voice of the voices.